Hi, Mr. Keskey. Thank you for coming in today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and get started on our interview.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so, one of the first things I want to ask you is what do you feel like are your strengths? What are areas that you just do really well in?
Uh, I like people. Um, I I like cars. Um, I think I'm really good with um, getting things done.
Great, great. Thinking about, we talked about your strengths. Now, can you share with me some of your weaknesses or areas where you feel like you need to grow?
Well, I think probably one of the biggest weaknesses that I have is that I um, I care too much, right? So I care a lot, and probably another weakness is that I'm a perfectionist. I literally just can't stop until everything's done perfectly.
So, why are you interested in working here at Dordt Federal Credit Union?
I really need a job. I could use the money.
Okay. So, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Uh, you know, I haven't like thought about that a lot. Um, well, I think what I'd like to have is a steady job.
Okay. So, what about within the next 10 years?
I think I'd like to again just be having a good job where I can afford to live on my own.
Okay. So, why do you want to leave your current company?
Uh, well, McDonald's doesn't pay much, and so I want more money.
Okay. So, why was there a gap in your employment between these two dates here?
Um, I mean, it was just a little gap. It wasn't that big, right? Um, I mean, I can go into it if you really want me to.
Sure, go ahead.
Um, I kind of ran into some trouble. I was running with the wrong people, um, and they kind of forced me into some bad situations. And because of that, and my boss was a jerk too. My boss was a jerk at that company, and he didn't understand that I really needed the time off for court. So here I am.
Okay. Okay. So, what can you offer us here at Dork Federal that someone else can't?
I'm gonna work really hard. I'm work really hard, and I'm always on time, and um, and like I said, I care a lot.
Okay. So, what are three things your former manager would like you to improve on?
Uh, I can't really think of any.
Okay. Tell me about an accomplishment you are most proud of.
That's hard to think of. Um, I can't really think of anything right now.
Okay. So, tell me about a time then where you made a mistake.
Yeah. So like, whenever I make a mistake, I try to own up to it,
Okay.
right? And I try to be like, hey, my bad. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. And I try to learn from it.
Okay. So, how did you hear about this position?
I saw it online on Craigslist.
Okay. Okay. So, can you give me a general overview of your resume?
Uh, you got a copy, right?
Yes, we do.
It's all on there.
Okay, so now let's discuss your educational background.
Yeah. So I went to Mount Morris High School, and I graduated. I went to college for a couple semesters, but never finished.
So, can you give me just a general description of yourself?
Yeah, so I like comics. I'm a big Marvel fan.
Okay.
Team Captain all the way. Captain America.
Okay.
Um, I like food. I like to eat a lot.
Okay.
Too much. Um, I think I'm a people person. I like people. Um, not much more than that.
Okay. So tell me how you have handled a difficult situation.
I mean, I try not to get into them. I can be honest. You know what? I got time for that. Um, if I get in a difficult situation, I just, I just try to let it roll off my back and just ignore it. Depends on how difficult it gets. If it gets too difficult, I can just walk away.
So why should we here at Dordt Federal Credit Union hire you?
I really need the job. I could, I'm about to get kicked out of my apartment, and this job it means so much to me.
So why are you looking for a new job at this time?
The last one didn't work out. We had some misunderstandings on scheduling, so yeah.
So here at Dordt Federal, you would be dealing with lots of customers, interacting a lot with the public. And so how would you deal with an angry or irate customer?
Yeah, so I'd get my boss. I'd want to make sure that the boss could take care of him.
Okay. So give me a time when you went above and beyond the requirements for a project.
I mean, I don't get paid for that. I get paid to come in and do my job. You know what I mean? I got life to live. So I'll come in, I'll work. You know what I'm saying? I'll do everything they tell me to do, but I ain't trying to let them punk me.
So thinking about our company, Dordt Federal Credit Union, who are our competitors at this time?
I don't really think about banks having competition, right? But probably other banks if there were.
Okay. So on a more personal note, what was your biggest failure?
My marriage. Poorest decision I ever made.
Okay.
They say marriage is grand, but divorce is 50 grand.
Okay. So what motivates you?
I really don't know.
Okay, so as far as your personal schedule, what is your availability?
I would I kind of want to have like my Thursdays off. I'm in a bowling league. And I definitely don't want to work on the weekends. I need my time. But other than that, I'm available like Mondays and Tuesdays. I need some time off every now and again to go to doctor's appointments, so probably not on Wednesdays either, really. But sometimes, I can work some Wednesdays, but yeah, it just depends.
Okay, so tell me about a time when you disagreed with your boss.
I don't know if I really want to talk about that. I don't want to make my boss look bad. I just do what they tell me to do.
Okay. So how do you think you handle pressure?
Pretty good.
Okay. So as it relates to our company, Dordt Federal Credit Union, who is our CEO?
Do I gotta know that for the job?
It's just an interview question, just to, see if you know who the CEO is.
I don't.
Okay. So what are your career goals?
I'm honestly just trying to get a job. I just need to make some money, get stable.
So, what would your direct reports say about you?
I'm a good manager.
Okay. What were your boss's strengths, and then what were your boss's weaknesses as well?
That's honestly really hard to say. I don't know if I could say it. I mean, I think they were good at some things and they were bad at some things.
Okay, so if I called your boss right now and asked him what is an area that you can improve on, what would he say?
I mean, maybe not getting so angry. Don't take things so personal.
What are your coworker pet peeves?
I hate it when people play and when they run off at the mouth. Like when they're just gossiping and I'm trying to do my job and they're just acting the fool.
Okay. So, on a more personal level, what are some of your hobbies?
Oh, yeah. Weird, I wasn't ready for that question. Um, uh, I like smoking pot. It's legal now in Michigan. I like going out to the bar. Um, I like fishing.
So, what makes you uncomfortable?
Honestly, I don't get too uncomfortable. I mean, sometimes, like, if I have to work with women, that can make me a little uncomfortable. Or if I have to work with, you know, I mean, no offense to you, but like I grew up in a white town. You know what I mean? So sometimes I get a little nervous around different people.
Okay. So, what are some of your leadership experiences?
I don't really have any.
So, if you were a boss, how would you fire someone?
Oh, I don't know if I can answer that. I've never been a boss. But if I had to think about it, I'd try and be kind and say, hey, I'm sorry, we gotta let you go.
Okay, so what do you like the most and the least about working within the banking community?
I think I would like the most is I like the hours because you're not working evenings and weekends, and I think the money's probably pretty good. And I think that it's probably pretty easy, right? I mean, I'm used to working in jobs that are hard. This looks like an easy job.
Okay.
Stuff that I would like the least. I mean, you gotta deal with people, right? And I don't think I'm gonna be a big fan of everything's gotta be perfect. But that'd be alright.
Okay. And lastly, do you have any questions for me?
No, not right now.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Kusky, for coming in today.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good day.